particularly you guys just now got interested. You noticed there was a civil war, and you guys weren't gonna like gear up to do anything until like Henry Peter Gyrick and U.S. Agent are like, "Hey, Professor X, we need you and Beast to come to Genosha with us."
Yeah.
Right? It's just like,
Um,
so why are the X-Men going? It's like, I guess to protect Xavier,
Who knows? Gotta save that old
right?
man.
Also, if there's Wolverine, Rogue, and Storm on the X-Men team, I think maybe. Yeah, they visited Genosha before. Like the Genosha, the first Genosha story ever. It's like it
Oh,
has
I don't
them
think they're in
there.
the story. I don't think they're in the story. Like
Wolverine is not in the story. He was on
Wolverine is
Genosha.
Wolverine's not in the story. Yeah, he's not there.
There's
Huh.
Rogue. There, is there Storm
Rogue is.
there?
Let me look real quick because like I have it on my Marvel Comics app, and yeah. So the X Men in this book, right? The X Men in this book. Oh, and Colossus works for Magneto in this book.
Of course.
He defected to the Acolytes. This was during that time, right?
90 what? Like what part of
This
the
is
90s was this?
this was like 1990, 19. No, it was after Fatal Attraction, so it's like 93, 94.
Alright,
Okay.
well, welcome to Comics Cast. We're not doing this live, this is gonna be a recording. Uh,
Right on.
so, hope everyone's been fine.
Yeah,
I'm doing fine, but you're looking fine.
pretty good.
Aww.
Oh yeah, so here's the roster, Xavier. Cyclops, Jean, Gambit, Rogue, Storm, Quicksilver.
Yeah, Gambit.
Interesting.
Yeah, Storm and Rogue have 100% sense of being there. Uh, they were in the original Genosha story, which
Yeah.
I think it's surprisingly underrated. You know, like
Yeah.
I know, like I usually mention it at least once every episode of this podcast because it's so good. But I genuinely feel like that Welcome to Genosha is like one of those stories that you read, and for some reason you never hear anyone talk about it. Like it's so cool. It has like so many interesting themes. Like you can even read it as like kind of an allegory for apartheid South Africa, and it's like it's like for a franchise so about discrimination, I think a story like this would be hailed by fans as like one of the best.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I- I've discovered it about it as like also in a blog in an X-Men blog about underrated X-Men stories. Like seriously.
No, I get that. It's just funny that that like this was during the time where, like Wolverine wasn't part of the X Men. You know, like the face of it, that like the face, like arguably the face of the X Men. I will return.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although I feel like Wolverine is the face of the X Men, like in terms of marketing. In universe, I think Cyclops is the face of the X Men.
Yeah, I think I agree with that. I think Wolverine's a more recognizable one for marketing purposes, but when it actually comes down to the actual universe, the lore, it's definitely Cyclops.
In lore, in like in universe, it's Cyclops, but you know, in the meta, it's Wolverine.
Yeah, marketing,
Yeah,
shit like that.
like I said.
Yeah.
Alright.
So our first topic is that apparently we do not know where this comes from, but apparently there's tweets of James Gunn saying that James Mangold is going to direct Swamp Thing.
Interesting. I'm not
Um,
familiar with Mangold or whatever. Mangold.
James
Have you seen
Mangold.
Logan? Have you seen Logan, lad?
Yeah, it's been a while, but I've seen it.
I can say the same thing. I remember it being a phenomenal movie. But yeah, haven't like seen it in a long time.
Okay, so it's the guy
That's
that
him,
directed
though.
Logan, though, is the one that's
Yeah,
is supposedly doing it? Okay.
yeah. So that's so
Yeah.
Mangold is directing this. Mangold is pretty good at making super like anti-heroes feel more like anti-heroes.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be really good to see what he has coming up for like Swamp Thing. I'm not too familiar with Swamp Thing personally. I know a lot of people really like Swamp Thing.
Right.
Um, I might give it a look see. Depends on my mood, But I'm
Yeah.
told this is gonna be a horror film,
Yeah, that's what I've
Okay,
heard as
okay,
well.
I am sold. I
right?
am sold. I
So
Yeah,
like
it's gonna
like,
be
superhero films branching out.
yeah,
Like
if it's like a
seriously.
horror film set in the fucking Florida Everglades, which, that's my stop. It's not really my stopping ground, but I've been to the Everglades, so.
yeah.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
Uh, um, I really do feel like this is gonna be one of those movies. James Mangold is really known for like pushing boundaries and doing big things, right? Uh, there's something about the way that he does characters and the way that his directing style is just it lends itself perfectly. Like he did the Wolverine and then he did Logan. Personally, I feel like he did that character a lot of favors, and I can't wait to see what he has to do with Swamp Thing.
Yeah, if the rumors
Well,
are true. Um, I'm just kind of tired of like us getting like villain or anti-hero movies because they've always been really like poorly done. Just like the story on like most of
yeah.
it has just been shit. But I'm not saying there's
So
not
not
any
many like
good
that.
ones. It's just I feel like we need a break from it because I don't think directors know what to do with like anti-heroes or villains and making movies about them specifically.
Yeah, Swamp Thing's a different breed. I feel like this is going to be a lot of people's gateway into the character. Like,
Yeah.
if you ever have the time, there's a few good YouTube videos surrounding the character, and DC Comics, DC Infinite has a few runs that they recommend for reading.
Hmm.
As for our next topic, the Penguin.
Oh yeah.
So, Vlad and I had seen this trailer, but are you familiar with it, Xavier?
The Penguin as a character, or the Batman universe by Matt Reeves, or the trailer because
The trailer for
The trailer.
the show based on the one from the Reeves universe.
so I have not seen the Batman by Matt Reeves. This is like a huge gap in my knowledge of comic book movies. Uh, I've heard like it's a great film, and I've seen a lot of people praise it. But to be honest, I haven't gotten around because I didn't get the time to just sit 3 hours and watch a movie.
Yeah, I know
Oh,
what you mean. I had to break it up into like I had to watch like 1.5 hours one day and finish up the
I
next
just
day.
watched.
But
Yeah, why not? Yeah, I'll probably just watch it like 1 hour and a half, like on one day, and then the next I'm gonna finish the movie.
yeah.
It really pulls you in. That movie is really good. So, like, I forgot it was a 3 hour movie. But uh,
Cool.
aside from that, we're getting a TV show in the form of the Penguin. Personally, I thought they were going to call it something else. It's kind of interesting that they are referring to it as the Penguin. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's going to be pretty much about Penguin coming up to prominence in the Gotham underworld because he's always been kind of like the kingpin of Gotham.
Yeah. Yeah, he has.
So it's going to be really interesting.
I'm interested in it just to see how they do it. I always felt like out of all of Batman's rogues, the one that could probably hold its own like solo like TV series or like any kind of series like solo themselves is usually the Penguin, because you can do a lot
Yeah.
more crime drama with that. The Joker really does need the Batman, so you can't do a really show without Batman in that. And same with like all the other villains kind of play off of Batman, to be
Cat.
honest. So it's like the Penguin makes the most amount of sense.
I feel like Catwoman. You know,
Well, she's kind of in a
I
weird
feel,
area. She's like technically a rogue, but it's like she kind of bounces between different sides. So like, of course, it works if she has her own show.
does
But
Poison Ivy count as a rogue?
what was that?
Does Poison Ivy count as a rogue?
Yes, like she's definitely a villain.
Okay, so she can carry her own solo movie. Like,
Catwoman's getting a show too.
Yeah, Catwoman's gonna show. I don't know if
cool.
Poison Ivy can pull a show or a movie. I
I don't
don't.
know. I don't know. I don't know.
She
No,
could.
if you no, what you have to do with Poison Ivy is that you have to put her in the sirens. I was about to say birds of prey. Fuck. My wife was about to have my neck.
Yeah.
Woo! That was close. The sirens. You have to put her. You have to put her with the sirens. It has to be It has to be an adventure with Harley, Catwoman, and Poison Ivy,
Yeah,
which is
like
which is pretty much what the Birds of Prey movie is, but it's not really that.
yeah.
Because there's no Poison Ivy? Cringe.
I mean, as cool as Poison Ivy is, it's like she really does need someone like Batman or Harley in the movie or whatever it is to play off of. She needs someone to
Yeah.
play off of.
I remember
But
there was a rumor saying that Megan Fox was going to be Poison Ivy. I remember there was a rumor about that.
oh wow, and it's
So
been a
I was
while.
like,
We've only gotten one live action
Um,
Poison Ivy,
yeah. Well, no,
so
we have two.
oh, we have
'Cause,
two.
yeah, the other one's in Batwoman.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Gotham?
Yeah,
Didn't Gotham have live action Poison Ivy?
yeah, they did. They had a live
Okay, I'm
action.
not
It's
caught
like
up on the
a three.
CW stuff, so that was my ignorance. I do not pay attention to CW.
You're right,
Yeah,
Xavier. There's
and
three. There's three Poison Ivies. Sadly, and none of them are
yeah,
good.
and also just want to say, we also didn't hear a lot about Megan Fox in the last 2 decades.
Yeah.
Oh, I
The
mean,
last decade.
she took off her like weird like thorn ring. So,
Oh yeah.
um, as for the Penguin, I'm really excited to see more gangland stuff in Gotham. I'm excited. I kind of hope other Batman villains, like other Batman mobsters, make their way into the show. And it seems like the
Yeah.
only ones is going to be like the Falcones and the Maronis. But I would really love to see somebody like Black Mask show up, or like the
Yes.
ventriloquist, and it's just like it's weird, right?
Yeah. I
But
don't know if Reeve is gonna pull up the ventriloquist, or if it's just gonna be like his like street name, and we're not gonna have the dummy.
yeah, it's just, like it could be like the ventriloquist gang or something like that.
Yeah.
It's good. Like you got to really ground it, but it's just like I don't know how you could ground the fucking ventriloquist.
Yeah, like the fucking B-Taz was like, yeah, it's technically like his mental health, but maybe the puppet's a ghost. We don't really know because this is a kid's show, and it's like, that's just how I've always seen it. And I'm like, I know that's probably not how
Yeah,
it is in the comics, but I don't give a fuck because that's just
yeah,
hilarious. You have a kind of haunted puppet controlling a really scared guy who's running a mob. Like, oh, that'd be
yeah,
interesting.
exactly. Um,
But Two-Face,
moving on to
like, I don't think they'd ever show Two-Face in it, but that'd be kind of cool to see Harvey Dent's introduction to the Reeves universe if he wasn't already introduced. So,
nice.
because
Mo-
yeah,
yeah, and
he
moving on to
wasn't. I don't think he.
and
No,
moving
he
on to
wasn't
our
in Reeves Batman. So that'd be cool as a way to introduce him as the district attorney with
yeah, I
Harvey.
think he's. There's a rumor saying that he might be in there. And moving on to our next topic, right? Uh, Jed McKay's new Avengers villains. What are we thinking?
I fucking love them.
The Ashen Combine.
What new Avengers villains again?
Give me a second. I gotta save the image.
I think I have the image saved too. I'll send it to you, Xavier. But these are the new Avengers villains. We're gonna send it in Comic Cast.
Yeah, send it to Comics Cast real quick.
And this is gonna be one. These are the newer Avengers villains. This is what we have to look forward to. They're called the Ashen Combine, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to Marvel's website and list off the names, and they look really good.
Yeah, they look like biblically accurate abominations.
Yeah, you see the
least-
biblically accurate
Oh,
angel too? Oh my god.
Yes. There's also a dude with 4 arms, a zombie, Mystique
Yeah.
in the first X-Men movie according to the original character design, and a hunchback.
Yeah, we got fucking we got Lord Sauron, a biblically accurate angel, a zombie, and then whatever the fuck these two are.
Mystique. Mystique
Right.
from the first X-Men movie.
So we
and
have-
Hunchback
so-
from Notre Dame.
So, Lord Inu is the guy with the staff.
Yeah, he's the
guy
Lord
with-
Sauron motherfucker.
The Lord Sauron guy is Lord Enu. He's an embodiment of atrophy who drains a city's life and spirit.
Yep.
We have Idol Alabaster, a living godhead that you'll worship whether you like it or not.
Is the biblically accurate angel?
That's the biblically accurate angel. Yes.
That's just what we're gonna call it now. It's unofficially the biblically accurate angel.
City Smith is the hunchback, right? City Smith is an insane artist who twists cities like clay. The Dead, as you can tell, the zombie. What's up?
Does this guy want to spend one day out there?
Oh god. Oh god.
Right on. I wouldn't know, man. But pretty funny joke. And then we got the Dead, who's the zombie, which is a mysterious commander of ghosts. Mirrodin Diadem, an endless dungeon who consumes, converts, and spits out prisoner after prisoner, which is the Mystique character model that you're talking about. And they're going
I'd like
be
to
part
explore her endless dungeons if you know what I mean. I'm sorry.
They're gonna, damn. They're gonna appear in the first Tribulation event for Jed McKay's Avengers run. They're gonna be the first. They're gonna be in the first part of it.
Yeah.
This is gonna be crazy. I'm already excited with the new roster, and I'm glad that they're introducing new villains. And it already seems like from the previews that McKay has a strong understanding of what the Avengers are. So
Yeah.
this is gonna slide. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
To be honest, I am excited for this book. Like, to be honest, it's not even like the villains there. I just think it looks great, and I trust Jed McKay with everything after Doctor Strange and Moon Knight.
Yeah.
Oh, you read that too? We're gonna talk about Doctor Strange later.
Yeah, I've read Doctor Strange. I've read it a couple of weeks ago.
I
There's a
have
new
not,
issue.
so but talk about it. I'm going to read it here probably this week.
Dude, it's good. It's really good. Were you gonna say Xavier?
Then I asked if there was a new Doctor Strange issue. I was too busy reading Doctor Strange: The Oath.
Right on. The Avengers, these Avengers villains, and the way that this Avengers book is gonna go, I'm actually really excited. Which brings me to my next topic. This
Yeah.
month,
Well,
in fact, this next week is Aaron's last Avengers book.
yeah. Before I get that, let me get my opinions because I didn't get time to give my
Yeah.
opinions.
Oh, might be.
Just sliding past
You
me.
know, it-
Yeah,
You know,
I'm
it's-
interested though in this. There's like a thematic thing, you know, like with the different like characters, like the Avengers, like they refer to, you know, like Thor as the god, the icon, that kind of stuff, and they're doing like the same
Yeah.
thing with the Ashen Combine. So like it feels like there's like a lot of like I guess like intentional symbolism there, or something. Like they're going really hard on the thematicism, and I kind of like that.
They
But
do
I'm
it again, and the other villains that are chasing Kang through time are also a part of it. And this, the entire point of the tribulation events is because they're looking for a missing moment in time
yeah.
that Kang can't even see, right?
I swear to God, if it's Avengers BC, I'm gonna lose my crap. I'm gonna lose
No,
it.
I think he's going to ignore that, and I think he should too. I feel like a lot of the things that Aaron has done should be largely ignored,
Just if you
right?
retcon everything that happened from 2018 until now, never happened. Thor's hammer is not made out of moon rock. I repeat, it's not made out of moon rock.
Even the Thor book
You
doesn't
know,
recognize this, and doesn't recognize Thor. It doesn't recognize Phoenix as Thor's mommy. You know what I mean?
Oh
It doesn't.
yeah. So
Yeah,
wait, does
even
that
the
mean if we
Thor book.
ignore it, Stingray's alive?
Yep. If we ignore it, I mean, like the Black Widow book ignored New Avengers because the last time we saw Yelena Belova, she was a super adaptoid.
Oh yeah.
Actually, no, that's not true. The Thunderbolts ignored New Avengers, but neither here nor there. What were you gonna say, Xavier?
like every time y'all talk about the the 2018 run of Avengers, which is still going, uh, all that I can think of is that I am really, really lucky that I didn't get into this series.
Yeah, I'm only reading it out of. To be honest with you, I'm reading it out of pure curiosity because there was some. Aaron is really hit or miss, and he's unintentionally funny with this book, which is even more annoying. It's even more annoying when you stop and consider it because it's just really, really, really bad. Uh,
Yeah,
the good stories are
Aaron.
mediocre, and the bad stories are really bad.
Yeah, to
Exactly.
be honest, I am extremely disappointed because Aaron is a genuinely great writer. I've read some great comics from him, like Quest for Nightcrawler um, or Once Upon a Time at the End of the World. Oh my god, Once
Wolverine.
Upon a Time at the End of yeah. Sorry if I mention it again, but like it's like everything I love about comics. It's
No, it's
fun,
okay.
it's creative, the art is gorgeous. There's like lovely character interactions. Oh my god. There's like kind of an ongoing mystery of what happened
Yeah.
to the main character in a certain time skip.
Yeah,
Oh my god. It's so good. It's like
Wolverine and the X-Men though is a really good sign of Aaron's writing. And I know you're talking about like just outside of like Cape stuff, but yeah. Just final thoughts on Aaron's last time on Avengers. Anybody? Because right now I'm the only one really reading it, and I'm still like, yeah, I'm pretty excited for him just to leave the book because
I've
like he had nothing to say.
I've been like reading it off and on and just getting angry at it. Just like every once in a while, there be something that I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool, but it's like then you flip the panel and it's like, wow, this just ruined what was cool. It's like you get a fucking like samurai ghost rider, and then the next thing you know, there's like all sorts of shit happening, and it's like none of this makes sense. There's a samurai ghost rider, and now we have fucking I don't know a cosmic war going on. What the fuck is going on in this goddamn book?
You see, and that's how I know it's not Tom Brevoort's fault because he's not a hack. Guy's
Yeah.
very as an editor, I actually think he's really cool. I really know he knows what he's doing. So that's why I'm like, yeah, this is all Aaron, and it's just like it's really sad because the Avengers do deserve better, and he himself said he's treating it like a Saturday morning cartoon, and it's just like you need to do better. I'm sorry, this book sucks.
Yeah. One last thing, it does have Jane Foster as Valkyrie, so you know, chicks with
Yes,
wings.
sir. I know exactly how it is.
It's got a chick with wings, so it works out.
What are y'all talking about?
Jane Foster's
Why-
Valkyrie's in
why-
Aaron's book. And she has wings. It's a chick with wigs. So the book is automatically at
Okay,
least
I get
passable.
it. You.
Okay, so moving on to our next topic. DC Comics new event, Night Terrors.
Oh god, the Edge Fest.
I don't care.
So horror invades the DC universe in Night Terrors.
It's not even Halloween.
Horror
What
is
is this?
invading-
Halloween in April now? What the fuck?
Horror is invading the DC universe
Yes.
with this summer with the publishing event Night Terrors. The next Dawn of DC milestone event takes place in July and August and will feature a host of 2-issue miniseries, each spotlighting a DC superhero or supervillain confronting their worst nightmares in a nightmare realm. DC is today unveiling, well, not today, but DC is unveiling details on the main Night Terrors miniseries, as well as the Superstar creative teams on the supervillain miniseries. Additionally, details of Night Terrors will be revealed. Right? There's Night Terrors First Blood, and then there's I think the main book's just going to be called Night Terrors, which is what we were kind of getting into when we first were talking about DC events. I don't like the way that they're handled, especially the ones that I've read. I'm not a big fan of them. I think that they can do a lot better. They're really confusing, and typically all they do is just kind of. I feel like they don't do events very well.
Ah! Fucking
Right.
microphone wasn't on. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about DC events. It's like, at least the ones that I've seen and kind of looked over, I haven't read too much of the events, but the events that I have read and seen, it's just like, they feel always just really badly written. And the last couple of events have just been fucking Edgefest. So it's like, I don't know. I'm not looking forward to
Yeah.
another fucking DC edgy event.
Yeah, Night Terrors, where it's just what's Robin's worst nightmare? What's Joker's worst nightmare? What's everybody else's worst nightmare?
Yeah.
Right, and I don't care.
It's like, I mean, you can do that in a good way, but instead they just want to focus on like really edgy shit. Is what I'm going to guess is going to go down. It's not going to be like subtle, psychological. You know, the art is like really abstract. No, it's just going to be how fucking edgy can we make these books? That I'm putting my bets on that. How edgy can they make it?
To be honest with you, this is giving me Darkhold vibes.
Yeah, I can see what you're saying.
That's what I thought too.
So that's the best case scenario is this like Darkhold, but they're calling that an event.
It is a publishing
Also,
event.
do you
is what
have
they're calling
do you
it.
have a link to
No,
it so I can
it's a
pull it up?
Yes, it is DC's milestone event, is what they're calling it.
Yeah, just go ahead and send it in Comics Cast, and I'll pull it up here to show people, because I think there's some art. So we'll just see here.
The covers are really cool. Like it's got Zatanna doing like magic stuff, spiders crawling out of Harley Quinn's mouth. I think Dr. Destiny is watching over Superman and Lois sleeping.
Yeah.
Batman and Deadman forming into one person. There's a bat with a gun in its head.
Oh my god, that is what I was saying about it being like a fucking edge fest. Like, we have a bat with a gun, kids. Look at us.
It's edgy. And like you get to see Joker's worst nightmare, which is him just like living a normal life, having a normal job.
Yeah, that's what he was talking about, is that right there.
There's
I don't
one
know.
with Poison Ivy.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus. This does look kind of interesting, but we got our fucking pale-skinned Daredevil knockoff. I'm just kidding.
Catwoman has a tie-in. Harley Quinn has a tie-in. Black Adam has a tie-in. Uh, Night Terror's Angel Breaker and Punchline has a tie-in.
Yeah.
All of these characters have fucking tie-ins, right? And this is one of those DC events that I am thoroughly not looking forward to.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, I can kind of see, I mean, from this artwork, the artwork is, it might be misleading. Maybe it's intentionally trying to do, like, this really edgy vibes. It's just, Darkhold was a little bit edgy, but when it came to, like, character nightmares and stuff, it wasn't edgy as much as it's like, what the fuck? If you ask me.
Yeah.
Like, the main line parts of Darkhold, so, like, Alpha and Omega, those were edgy. But you actually get to the character like stories, like Iron Man's was just like body horror, like that was pure body horror. Black Bolt, his was just like straight up just fucking psychological horror, him not being able to speak and not knowing who he is. I did not read Blade's because I don't give a fuck about Blade. Spider-Man was like internal fear, is psychological again, mixed with body horror and like fucking nihilism, like a lot of nihilism. And Janet's was again a very nihilistic and kind of dark approach, but they weren't like edgefest. This stuff just looks. I am not looking forward to this.
I know, like it looks like another one of those like medals.
Yeah, I mean? Like another Dark Knight's medal or whatever.
Looks like another Dark Knight's medal. But moving on to our next topic. Mark Waid is doing 2 new series for DC, right? To talk about the first one, in a 3-issue DC Black Label series, Superman: The Last Days of Lex Luthor, Superman learns Lex Luthor is dying and wants the Man of Steel to help him find the cure for whatever is causing his rapid decline. While the world wants to say good riddance to Luthor, Superman will go to the ends of the universe through different dimensions and across time to save his foe. But just why does he want to save the person who spent his life trying to destroy him? And will he even be able to find the solution? That's a synopsis for it.
I'm not interested.
The answer to the question that the synopsis poses is that Superman is a good guy who views good in everyone. That's it.
Yeah, he sees good in everyone, so that kind of makes sense.
Yeah. And this is also
sounds like a great story.
This is also going to be drawn by Brian Hitch. The interiors, I think the cover. Yep.
Oh, that's Brian
Hitch
cool.
Brian Hitch is doing Superman, and the first issue will hit in July 25th.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna pick this up because like I do like Superman books like this, and Mark Waid typically does say something really smart with Superman.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
Yeah. I'm interested in seeing it.
I am really excited for this. I am really excited for this. Just because I feel like Mark Waid is a great writer. He understands Superman a lot, and also, I just want to say this: Superman has been absolutely fire recently. Just like Joshua Williamson's Superman is pretty good. Action Comics is awesome. Superman Lost is really interesting, and now this. Oh my god.
Yeah, we're getting cream of the crop Superman. What were you gonna say, Vlad?
I was gonna say, yeah. I'll probably wait for it to cause I'll just wait for it to get onto DC's whatever their website is, so I can read it there. I'm not gonna buy it though.
Yeah.
I'm just more
just in case
in
if you want to show
stuff.
if you want to show off what's going on with these. And then the second title is World's Finest Teen Titans is spinning out of the pages of the runaway hit Batman Superman World's Finest. Features a modern retelling of the early adventures of the original Teen Titans led by Robin the Boy Wonder. A new super team has burst into the scene. Meet the Teen Titans, DC's grooviest group full of super teens with super problems. When they're not fighting alongside their Justice League mentors, they're managing their image and cultivating the rabid fan base that helps them save the world. As all the while, a danger from the shadows intends to tear their friends apart before they even reach the big time. Before they were the Titans of the DCU, they were the Teen Titans. And you won't want to miss you won't want to miss this fresh take on their origins. And it's drawn by Doc Shanner. Well, the first cover is.
Interesting.
It will be, yeah, so they're going to be doing the OG 60s Titans thing right now. I'm glad they're getting back into the groove of things. It's been a while since the Titans have gotten to, like, get up front.
Yeah.
And it's nice to see that these characters can actually, lead a book again, especially this version of the Titans. And by the way, we're getting 2 different Titans. So if you don't like Tom Taylor's Titans, you can come read this.
Yeah.
I like early adventures of the DC universe, but I do like modern retellings of it too. So not modern retellings, but where the way that things are, the current status quo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Tom Taylor's doing a Titans book, and I'm really excited for that. And I love the lineup, and I'm even more excited for what's going to be happening here in Wade's Titans book. To be honest with you, I'm probably going to read this one over the Superman one.
Right. Yeah, I can see that.
I'm a sucker for teams.
Wait, you're a sucker for what? Oh, teams. I
sucker.
thought you said teens. I'm like, whoa.
I'm a sucker for teams. I love superhero teams. Right?
Every time you say that, I think you're saying superhero teens, and I'm like, god damn it.
So, what do you think, Vlad, of Titans?
I'm actually kind of interested in it, but I'm not too sure. They're very tempting me with their fucking Janet knockoff.
Oh, Bumblebee?
Yeah.
Yep.
So.
I think you might like her. Yeah, I think you might like her. Xavier, what do you think of the new Mark Waid Titans book?
Xavier? Uh-oh. Oh, is it my internet, or?
No, I can't hear him either.
Oh, okay. It just got like real.
Can y'all hear me?
There he is.
Xavier?
Yeah.
What do you
Can
think
you
of
hear
Titans?
me, guys?
Yeah, we could hear you. What do you think of the new Mark Waid Titans book?
I am really excited for this. Mark Waid usually looks like a really competent writer, and this book looks fun.
Yeah. Wade Avengers was like
that's-
really underrated,
also-
so I think this would be good.
Wade Avengers. Oh, I love Wade Avengers.
Yeah, and Wade's
That's why I
Fantastic
trust him with
Four
team.
is like,
Oh yeah, Wade's Fantastic Four as well. I love Wade on teams. I don't think he's ever done X-Men, has he?
Yeah. I don't think he has. That's actually really funny that we have a superhero
he should.
Like we have he wrote one team with a fucking wasp-like character, and now he's writing another team with a wasp-like character.
Then he created his own Wasp.
Yes, he did, because he did that in All New, All Different. Oh my god. Thank you, Wade, for making Nadia, by the way. I think I'm the only Nadia fan in the entire world, but whatever.
And right now we're moving on to our last topic, that being Blue Beetle.
Oh yeah.
What did you guys think?
The trailer was interesting, I want to say that. It looks kind of interesting. I'm kind of excited for it, but I don't know. It looks like it's just gonna be a fun, goofy movie, you know. I hope they do take it a little more seriously because they're playing the trailer for a little bit more comedic.
Hey, don't ever disrespect the Goofy movie.
I'm not disrespecting the Goofy movie.
You're just saying it's gonna be a fun, Goofy movie. It's like it's gonna be mid. What do you have against Goofy movies?
Nothing. I just was saying that I don't have a problem with that. I'm just saying it looks like it's gonna be fun, and they might play up the comedy a little bit. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think that's like that's what Vlad was getting at. I agree with Vlad. It feels like it's going to be goofy, but in our case, goofy means fun.
Yeah.
Where it's just like that means that we know we're going to go in and enjoy ourselves.
Disney character with.
Yeah, not that
Yeah,
goofy. We're
not
talking about like
goofy,
the
it's
actual
just-
word goofy. Like it's gonna be fun or funny and lighthearted.
Batfleck is goofy to me in a bad way because it's too uber serious and he like brands people. That's goofy to me.
Yeah.
And speaking of Batfleck, he's a fascist according to the Blue Beetle trailer.
What a good segue.
That was a
Yeah,
perfect
because,
segue.
Because how do you call a dude who brands people because he thinks they're criminals? How do you call him?
A psychopath. I wouldn't jump to fascist. Like, is he trying to run a Benito Mussolini regime or something? No. He's just this one-man war on crime and he's branding people. I don't think he's a fascist. I think he's just fucked up in the head.
Someone can believe fascist ideology without creating the funniest dictatorship in human history by how incompetent it was.
Also, I want to point out, it's just like this is clearly part of the DC universe. We saw DC Easter eggs all over it. Big Belly Burger being one of them.
Yes.
That's like their
Where was?
There's like a box that says Big Belly Burger in the trailer. That happens to be like DC's like McDonald's.
Where is Big Belly Burger in?
Oh, I just said it's like their McDonald's.
Yeah.
Where did it appear in like DC media?
Big Belly Burger. It shows up in Young Justice. I think it shows up in Smallville in one of the seasons, and then they talk about it some other. It's a burger joint in the DC universe.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, that's actually really cool that like DC's going for broke in these like types of references. Good for them, because that's what they were kind of missing.
right.
And the references they were making towards is like stuff we would like rather not remember.
Oh, yes.
Right. Instead, they're like, pay attention to this because we do care. There's even like a background shot of the original two Blue Beetles.
Yeah, the costumes.
Right, in the background. Their costumes, and it's really cool. And it makes me wonder if Ted Kord is even going to be involved in this movie.
I doubt it.
Right.
I think that was just a
don't
blink and you
think so
miss it
either.
Easter egg.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be really stupid if they did all that just for a Batman joke. That whole setup, that whole scene, everything just to make a Batman fascist joke. That would be kind of dumb. But
Yeah, if that's all it was. But it's just like people are acting like it's the only part of like the trailer that's worth noting. And it's just like, no, did you not see him like form like a giant like nanite sword thing? That's friggin' sweet.
that was,
Yeah, but nanite sword aren't like what annoying people online like to talk about.
no, it's not. It's not. It's like nitpicking a costume for having too much details or lines, or Batman fascist. Or
Batman
think about the
Batman
civilian
bad.
casualties.
Yep, Batman bad. Look, he tore a bus in half. He tore a bus in half. No.
He like
Bad
yeeted
superhero.
George Lopez across a fucking
But
room into a
he's
water
funny,
cooler.
You know that?
George Lopez. It's the George Lopez show in the DC universe.
Honestly, I hope it doesn't turn into that.
Who's
I don't
George
want him to
Lopez?
steal it. Like, I don't want George Lopez to be the thing people take away from
Guys,
the fucking Blue Beetle movie. Yes, Savior?
guys, who's George Lopez?
He's a really funny comedian that's in the
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
He's like, yeah, isn't he like a Hispanic comedian, if I remember correctly?
yep.
So he's like really popular. The movie takes place, I don't know what country it takes place in. I know it's somewhere in like Latin America. So it looks interesting. I'd be very interested in it. I like the costume, like, and I will say this till the day I die: movies do not need to adapt the fucking cartoon, mouth moving with the costume thing. I was glad they didn't do that. I was so glad that they didn't do something like that and they kept it, mouthless. I think the costume looks fucking amazing. Like, it's a really good costume.
I don't know how you can like mess up Blue Beetle. That's the thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think you can. I don't think there's a
that
way.
costume looks like perfect for a movie.
Yeah,
It does.
I could take this. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm probably gonna see it now. Because before I was on the fence. I was like, I don't know if I care.
Yeah.
You know. And with James, and if it's gonna be like the thing, because I'm pretty sure I'm not watching The Flash.
Yeah,
So,
I'm
like,
not
gonna
watching
keep
The
it-
Flash.
I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm not watching The Flash, but I'll watch Blue Beetle.
Yeah,
Me-
I'm
me
probably
neither,
gonna
to be
pirate
honest.
The Flash. I'm not gonna give any money to them, though.
What is say that I'm recording? Crime.
Wait,
Yeah,
is
we're
piracy morally wrong?
no, we're expert criminals.
We're
Crime.
expert criminals over here, like admitting I'm going to pirate the fucking Flash movie.
Hey Vlad, What's your favorite thing to do in your free time? Crime.
Exactly, crime, hardcore crime.
Yeah, we're criminals.
Yes.
I make Dr. Light look like a little babe.
Bruh. Oh no.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. Oh, goddamn. And there's people that won't get it, and we're just gonna leave it at that. We're just gonna leave it at that.
By the way, he's joking. If you do get it,
Yeah, if you do get it, I'm joking.
He's
I'm not serious.
joking. We have to reiterate that he's playing. 'Twas a jest.
Twas a jest. It was all fun. That was fucked up. I'm sorry.
We don't really support being criminals. Respect the law, kids.
Respect the law, kids. Yo, kids, let me hit this dab and respect the law. Is that
How
what
you
kids-
doing, fellow younglings?
How you doing, fellow kids? I'm gonna hit that dab and respect the law. Don't do Mary Jane.
We're gonna act like the 1960s Titans. We're gonna tell on you guys.
You got a cigarette? You can't be doing that. You're underage.
And speaking of telling on you guys, it's been real fun. Thank you guys so much for your time. This is greatly appreciated. I hope you guys have a good day. Actually, no, we're not done yet.
Oh no, we're nowhere near done.
That's alright. Cut that out.
Cut that out. Cut that out.
Cut that out in
We
post.
still got the.
comics that we read this week.
Yeah, we gotta
Yeah.
do that. And what about the Marvels trailer? Do we want to talk about that or what?
I think we'll talk about the Marvels trailer right now then.
The Marvels trailer is the best thing that happened to society since. It's the best thing that happened to society since. I don't know. What's the last good thing that happened to society?
Sliced bread.
Okay, it's the best thing since sliced bread. Can we all agree on that?
Yes. It's got
Eva
fucking.
Milani is a treasure to mankind, and we should all worship her. Can we all agree on
Exactly.
that?
That's what I'm looking forward to. I'm gonna rewatch it on Miss Marvel because of Amon. It's like, I'm so excited. Just her highlights and comedic timing in the trailer was amazing.
Me too.
Also, it's got Goose. I can't wait to see Goose again. That'll be fun. And Brie Larson as
Yeah.
Captain Marvel
Also,
is kind of
this
fun.
movie looks like more of a straight up.
Yeah. It looks.
I remember the first Captain Marvel being kind of okay. Not really my
It was
thing, but
okay. It wasn't that good, but my problems with it isn't
yeah,
with Brie Larson. It's just with the movie itself. But
yeah, I agree. It's like a Marvel movie in the way. It's one of the truly one of the Marvel movies of all time.
yeah.
You know?
I'm actually excited because like we're getting all three people that have taken up the name Marvel, the main ones at least. We got Monica, Carol, and we got Kamala. So
We haven't gotten Marvel.
yeah, we haven't got Marvel yet. I don't know. We did. Didn't we get Marvel in the in Captain
We
Marvel?
got the first one. Yeah, she was in there.
Yeah.
Marvale was a woman. Remember,
Yeah, she was a
she was
woman. I
beautiful.
remember. Cause I was like, no, we did get that.
Okay.
But we haven't got the male Marvel yet. That was a human or whatever. The Avengers Forever. That Marvel.
I think she was the only Marvale that we're
Oh,
getting.
Genisville, you mean?
Yeah, Janus Vale or whatever his name
Yeah,
was.
Genus Vale. I think that's who it is.
Yeah, we haven't gotten him yet, and we haven't gotten the one that Rick Jones turns into at the end of Avengers Forever. Very
Yeah.
briefly.
Genisville.
Yes, that's Janus. Okay. Just making sure here that we. So that's the
Well,
main Marvels that we, like we only have one more that we need to get. They're probably not going to fit in there, but it just looks like it's going to be so much fun. Oh, it looks like it's going to be fun. MC Man, you got any opinions on it?
I am so excited. It looks like so much fun. And to speak about something real quick here, apparently the main villain, I thought it was Carol's sister Laurel
Yeah.
in in the movie. Apparently it's not.
that one that appeared in Empire.
Yes, that's not her. In the movie,
Oh,
the main
love that.
villain is somebody named Durban.
Yeah.
Durban, right? And it's apparently like a Kree accuser. It's a dude in the books, and some people are already being like, if you complain about this character, it's just like, yeah, because the character's only appeared in like two things and died
Yeah.
and has stayed irrelevant. So,
Yeah.
but I'm really excited to see what they do because typically Marvel does this type of thing where they take lesser known villains and they elevate the profile to the
Yep.
point where it's like sometimes they make appearances in the comics.
Yeah. That will be interesting, actually. Um, I fucking. I don't really know what else to say about it. It just looks like it's gonna be a comic book movie, like in the right ways. But I don't
Yeah,
think
I
it's gonna
get
be
it.
a tone
I
changer
can
for the
understand.
MCU, but I think it'll be a good thing to get. And we get some more fucking Amon, so I'm just hyped for it. Oh, so
Yeah.
so what's next up on our list?
So that seems to be all of the topics. Now we could get into comics.
Yep, the fun stuff. I haven't been reading too
Yeah.
much new stuff. I haven't read anything new at all this week. So I have nothing really to talk about. At all.
Yeah, I get it. I didn't read much too, just
I'll
gotta
talk about
do some
Captain
writer's
America.
block.
I'll
Oh,
talk.
Cold War, you mean?
I have not read Cold War, but I did catch up with Sentinel of Liberty and Symbol of Truth. And oh my God, these Captain America books are just solid from beginning to end. What an incredible ride! Like,
Solid? It's like
what's solid to you, Xavier?
no, no, no. No, no, I mean like calling them solid. I feel like doesn't do them enough justice. These books are incredible.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's what I've heard. They're gonna be
Like
good books.
genuinely,
yeah.
they're some of the best superhero books around.
This is yeah, it's actually emotionally rewarding, and it's just like it's so good when you get to finish a Captain America story now, and it makes you feel like you're actually in the book, and it's just like, wow, this is so good. Steve's just saved New York from AIM, um, and like Sam is just getting off of like saving Mohanda, and this is where we're at. Like, what an incredible ride! Like, I read issue 9 of Captain America recently, and it's so much fun. I love how he takes out power, and he even mocks power for being like, yeah, you may say a lot of things about Doctor Doom, but at least he puts up more of a fight,
Yeah.
and Steve beats him, and it's just like, yo, hang loose. It's so much fun. I love it.
Yeah.
I love this book.
Sentinel of Liberty is like the purest superhero comic on shelves right now.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it
It may
really
not be the
is.
best
And then
one, but
I would say it is. That's like the best out of the Marvel line. I actually feel a lot better when reading a Captain America book again.
Yeah.
I'll say this: Ta-Nehisi Coates' run was like it was like up in the air for me. Like I didn't care for it.
Yeah.
to be honest, I'm interested in reading that because I loved Ta-Nehisi Coates' Black Panther. But I could see why someone wouldn't like his style.
Yeah,
As a writer, Tanahashi is like a lot. Genuinely, I wouldn't say like he's an easy writer to get into.
Yeah.
yeah. The other book I've been reading Busick's Iron Man, and oh my god, I love it.
Oh yeah.
I've been reading a lot of Iron Man. Gary Duggins and Busick's are really doing the job for me as an Iron Man fan.
Ooh, Duggan's Iron Man.
I
What do you?
really love. Oh my God, Fei Long. That last fight with Tony and Fei Long. Oh my God, this book is so smart. I love this book. So good. I love
Ooh, yeah,
Iron Man.
yeah.
Um,
To be honest, yeah, I quite enjoy Duggan's Iron Man. I wouldn't say I loved it, but it's fun.
I think
Yeah.
it's even funnier because Emma Frost has made appearances in both Captain America and Iron Man.
Yes, she
That's why
has.
she's the best X-Men.
Yeah, she just is like, hey, guess what? You guys need my help. I'm here to help.
Still though, Tony Jan was the
Emma,
best relationship
Emma,
for both
Emma's
characters.
yeah, Emma's only here because she's just like, I just want to be petty towards people who don't like us. That's why she's really there. She's just like, right.
Because we all love Emma Frost, you know? She's objectively the best X-Men character. We all agree on that?
Yep. I think we can.
Yeah. She's the
Yeah.
best female Marvel character, period.
No, Janet
That's
is.
a bit much. Really weird way to spell Emma, but spelling errors
Those
can happen.
are fighting words. And Alex is just over here like, God damn it, they're acting like children
Yeah.
again.
Um, another
Listen,
book.
we need to decide who's the better mom-like character out of the two. It's like really important stuff. This episode wouldn't be the same without it.
Does Emma
Yeah,
have a
another
kid
book.
or kids?
She has kids,
Oh damn,
but
she
they're
is mommy
She has
then.
the Stepford Cuckoos, and she's
yeah, but there's like 3 of them now. I think weren't there 6 of them, Xavier? There was like more than 3 of them at one point.
yeah. There are still 6 of them. They were
Oh, I didn't know
resurrected.
that.
Yeah, one of them was dating Teen Cable.
Oh wow. So Janet and Emma are
Yeah.
both mommy, so I think we can rate they're both the best female characters in Marvel. We'll just say both of them.
Okay.
Yeah,
Uh,
I will
third
also.
option, Storm.
Third option is Storm. The other book I
Yeah,
will
she's
say
fine.
that I have read, Avengers Beyond. Been
Oh
meaning to talk
yeah,
about.
I bought it. I just haven't touched it yet.
Oh, I've read Beyond. I've read Beyond last week, like I said. It's a very Derek Landy. I don't mean it like, oh, Derek Landy. No, it's just that Derek Landy is like, you can tell when something is made by him, but not because like of this incredibly specific writing style. It's just because the things he likes to make are like really just character interactions and with very bare bones plot. I don't
Yeah.
want to say it like it's bad. I quite like things with a bare bones plot and character interactions. That would describe a lot of my favorite movies.
Yeah. No, I get that. Uh, I'm kind of interested in picking and reading it. Isn't that like gonna like tie up the end of or what does Beyond do again? Is that just like tie up the Wade shit, or is that just its own little thing?
All Out Avengers ties up All Out Avengers,
Okay,
which
that's
again, my opinion. I already explained it in my opinion on Derek Landy.
yeah,
Although, like, his Captain America miniseries was my favorite work of his, genuinely.
yeah. Only things that I have read recently, I've been reading All New, All Different. Mostly because that's like the introduction of Nadia, so I was just kind of curious to see how that goes, and it's actually kind of interesting. All New, All Different's kind of fun. It's a really weird point for the Avengers, but I kind of like it. So yeah. Zaire, what have you read?
So I finished Doctor Strange: The Oath. It's awesome. You know, just saying this it's art. I want to say this. It's like this really great story about Doctor Strange solving his own attempted murder and finding the cure for cancer, and it's like really cool. Like you get to
Yeah,
see a lot of a lot of different sides of Doctor Strange, and it's like the art by Marcos Martin is like incredible.
yeah.
Interesting.
Oh my god, I love how Doctor Strange just goes back to being like, yeah, if you guys need like magic advice, I'm right here, and I'm like, fucking goaded. I love this book. I love how Jed
Yeah.
McKay just goes through. Oh my god. Um,
It's a typical Jen McKay W, you know.
yeah, exactly. That's why I'm so excited for his Avengers. I want to go back. Speaking of Avengers, I want to go back to Avengers Beyond. I really did love the plot where it's like the Beyonders hiding from something,
Yeah.
and like we really get to see what this series was culminating into. It's a little weird that they were like, oh, all out Avengers, no more, and it was going to be like 6 issues, and then it was going to be Avengers Beyond, which
Yeah.
makes me kind of feel like, oh, this is this. I know it's a tertiary book. It's like it's a part of the Avengers umbrella, but I would have appreciated if, you know, the name was more consistent. I don't really care though. The title is really good. While going on during Aaron's book, it really does make a lot of light from the fun elements of the Avengers, and it just keeps moving them forward and propelling them. Like even Tony Stark and Doctor Doom just having a conversation about like what it means to be a fucking superhero is just so good.
Oh, that is cool. That's in the book and beyond.
Yeah, no, that's in Avengers, All Out Avengers.
Okay, I might have to check out All Out Avengers. Is it worth it to check out All Out Avengers?
It is.
Okay.
You haven't read All Out Avengers?
No, I there's a lot of Avengers stuff I need to get to.
Oh no, I understand. Me too. Like I am not the biggest expert on Avengers. Oh my.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was playing a game. But yeah.
Oh, so what
Uh,
else have y'all read?
Um,
I've read the latest Moon Knight issue. It's pretty nice.
Yeah.
yeah, talk about it.
It's like a really nice Tigra focused story. It's like really cute about Tigra and his son just living. It's like a really it's really cute. Also, for people who shipped Moon Knight and Tigra in this run, they do get together in this issue. So it's so
Interesting.
cute. Like, yeah, it's like the most adorable thing.
So that's I saw like a
I really,
screenshot of Tigra and Hank from that issue, and I was just kind of like, I don't know how I feel about this. Like, I don't know how I feel
oh,
because the last time I saw Tiger and
the
Hank,
context for
is that Xavier?
the context for the issue, if you want like some context for the storyline,
Yeah.
basically, yeah. So basically, in this story, just yeah, it's revealed. They said that the the kid Tiger kid's dad is not actually Hank. It's like another thing. Oh,
Okay.
and like yeah, it's like a scrawl woman who impersonated Hank, which makes the kid, which I'm forgetting his name of, uh, you know, he makes him a queer icon now. You know, he
Oh
has
shit. So wait, it was a
responsibility.
scroll. Wow, that is weird. What? Okay, that's actually kind of good because
Yeah.
what I was going to say was the last time I remember seeing Hank and Tyra was in a very weird moment in Mighty Avengers, the Big Titty
Actually, they
Ultron
don't.
one. So it's like,
Oh yeah, the most epic storyline of all time. The greatest
yes,
story in
with
anime.
so much
Forget it.
plot. Oh, there's so much plot with Mighty Avengers, and there's like a scene where like Tiger is like licking Hank, and
Forget
then the
it.
fucking
Just
authorities walk
forget
in
it.
on them, and she's just kind of like pissed off at him, and it's just like your wife needs you.
Woo! Woo!
Yeah,
That's something up, police. You really have to.
Uh, that's
I will say, that's really nice though. Like
yeah.
that's sweet.
Unfortunately, there's a lot of
Uh,
people that have a hate boner out for Hank, so they don't think that's nice. But you know,
I love
because
Hank.
they don't like realistic characters. Hank is
well,
like, can I just say that Hank is the most interesting Avenger to me, like at least from a writing standpoint.
yeah, I can kind of see that. To me, though, he's just like I've always seen him as badly written because no one knows exactly how to consistently write him, and so they write it off as just bipolar, and it's like that's not really how bipolar works. But okay, it's just kind of frustrating seeing it how they treat him. It's like one minute you get one writer treat him like he's a really good character, he gets all this respect and everything, and then the next thing you know, it's like he and Janet are like at their fucking throats, yelling at each other, or people are like, yeah, we don't trust him because of what happened with this. It's like, can you people make up your mind on how you want to handle this fucking character? But what were you saying about
Yeah,
it, though,
And
Xavier?
we all agree that Yusuf's line is the best.
Oh yeah, Busick did the best with Hank's character, and I wish it stuck. That's something that really pissed me off. Is that it's almost like the two writers afterwards, and they just completely forgot about what Busick did. So, oh yeah, it's like Jason. Was it? No, it wasn't Jason Aaron. Who the fuck
Because
was it?
writing morally nuanced characters is cringe, guys.
Yeah,
Jeff Johns.
yeah, Johns is Jeff Johns. Johns
Like,
and that
writing
other
bro.
fucker.
nuanced characters with compelling and human motivation is cringe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it's like, and then like what they did to Hank. Oh my god, I still can't get over his death and how they handle that. It was like, I'm kind of glad. I mean, it was like something that was built up to happen, but it was also kind of like, yeah, not really good. Oh yeah, and Austin. I can't forget Austin as well. But
The
fuck.
name that strikes fear in the heart of both Avengers and X-Men fans.
Yes.
yes, Austin, united, our united enemy. We unite to take Austin.
Austin and Jones. I like how he didn't even put his name on fucking Avengers number 71 on Marvel's website on Unlimited.
Yeah.
He's just like, oh yeah, let's not touch that.
What scene?
The issue number 71. It's that moment where Hank and Jan are going down on each other, and it's like really weird where they're using
Oh,
pin
yeah.
particles for
That moment
sex.
that to me will always be. Yeah. The
Fun
one moment that I
fact,
will
and
always
don't ask.
associate with-
Yeah, you go. Sorry.
No, fun fact. I associate with this moment with Ice Age 4 Continental Drift.
I don't know why you associate Hank and Jan's pin particle sex with Ice Age 4, but okay. I'm not gonna ask questions.
It's like really funny. So you want me to do a breakdown of Ice Age lore because it's actually a lot more interesting than it sounds.
Maybe after the episode? Holy shit.
Yeah, because it's gonna be weird.
Oh yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. It's that chipmunk looking thing in the mammoth. Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
fuck. Yeah.
Listen, it's the only thing that I remember about that movie that wasn't the pirates. And I can't talk about the pirates.
Oh my god. Yeah, fun fact, that was Vlad's first comic that he read was Avengers 71. So, of the 98 run. So I was just kind of like, don't ask me why I read it. Just know that I read it. And that's the first comic I've ever read.
I'm just imagining your parents being weirdos.
So my first
They
Avengers
took me-
comic was my first Avengers comic was Marvel Adventures Avengers issue 1, and then I read Avengers issue 1.
Oh
Right. Well, I
wow.
read the first 4 issues of Marvel Adventures Avengers. Right.
Yeah. Yeah, that's like
And
the
then-
modern retelling of it, right?
No, that was the because I started reading when I was like 11. The first time you go about it, it was pretty much the young reader imprint was Marvel Adventures.
Oh.
So like they didn't have like a modern retelling of their origin there. They kind of just like didn't touch it. They were like they're here.
You think it's good for new people, like, even if they aren't kids?
Yeah.
Alright, so do we have any more
Cool.
comics, or do we want to move on to the release
No.
calendar?
We should move on to the release calendar.
Alright. Bless me. Holy shit. Give me 1 second to share my screen here. Hopefully this works with my internet being really fucking shit. Alright,
Okay.
are you
Let's
able
see.
to see it?
Nope.
Let me.
Yeah, one of y'all are gonna have to do it because my internet's really fucking shit, so I can't fucking stream it properly.
I'm gonna stream it. Marvel.
To be honest, I don't particularly care about like a lot of books recently, but it's gonna be the end of Sins of Sinister soon, so I am excited for that.
Okay, so here I am.
Yeah, I've got it pulled up here for the stream, so we can kind of do this.
Let me see. These are I think these are the last ones this week.
Yeah,
Right.
so
Alright, so
you're
here
doing
we
April
are.
16th to 22nd, or what are you doing?
Yeah, this is April 16th. No, this is April 9th to April 15th.
Okay, I think did we cover that last time? I don't know if we did.
I don't think we did. Right?
Oh yeah, we
So-
cut it off. That's right. So
So there's X-Force.
hold on, I accidentally clicked on something. Okay. Yeah, you have April 9th to April 15th. Okay, so Yeah. Um.
So we have X Force. Apparently, this is where they're going to start their new team. I think Punisher just came out. Same with Extreme X-Men.
Okay.
Right. So what just came out last week? Let's look at that. So we've got
Oh, hey,
Captain America: Cold War, Fantastic Four, Guardians of the Galaxy, Thor, Miles Morales.
Okay, I'm gonna have to pull up your stream here because I have no idea what you're looking at because I'm not seeing the same thing. Okay, so we're still
yeah,
looking
me
at this.
neither.
Okay.
We start.
Hold on, real quick. Hold on, real quick.
Are we seeing the same
hold on.
thing?
On your stream on April 9th to 15th, I'm seeing X Force, Amazing Spider-Man, She-Hulk. But you're like,
Punisher,
okay, because like I
Yoda.
heard you mention Thor, and I'm like, where's Thor?
Uh,
I was just like a little confused there. You're like bringing up stuff, and
oh
I
no,
didn't know
I'm
what you're looking
talking.
at.
No, I'm talking about what came out.
Okay. Oh, we got Extreme X-Men. Oh, that's gonna be interesting. Extreme! This is the 90s all of a sudden. Are you there, MCU man?
Yeah. Yeah.
Finally.
So X Force 39.
Laura Kinney, Wolverine, and Colossus here. Cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
The book.
X Force
There's the
39.
book.
Amazing. Okay, you go about X Force.
X Force by Percy, to me, it's hit or miss. It has its moments. I still don't know how I read this.
Yeah.
Bless you.
Yeah, it's fine.
Huh.
I like it at times. Oh, there's the book that it shall not be named.
What? Oh, the Amazing Spider-Man, Moon Girl.
Yes,
Oh, okay. Amazing Spider-Man. Okay.
Amazing Spider-Man. She-Hulk.
Yeah, we're getting another She-Hulk. I didn't know there's a She-Hulk run going on. Interesting.
Yeah, it was like it started a year ago, I think.
So we're getting a Punisher that's fighting Captain America. That looks interesting.
Yeah.
Unless that's U.S. Agent. Usagent.
Yeah.
But it looks like Captain America. It's probably not U.S. Agent. But that looks interesting. Don't really care about the Yoda shit going on.
Me neither.
MC Man, you there?
I'm still here. Sorry, give me a minute.
You want somebody, you don't want to wait too long.
All right. So Yoda, Punisher, Extreme X-Men,
Yeah,
Hellcat.
I'm gonna be picking up Hellcat #2 since I started it. And I talked about it
Ooh,
one of our.
Nightcrawlers! Oh my god, Cy Spurrier is the GOAT.
Huh.
Just saying.
I'm not looking forward to Uncanny Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I think that is so dumb. I think that is so dumb.
When is it coming out?
Why?
It's like
Looks
June, July, or something like that.
Oh.
I am really excited.
This just came out. I
The
just saw that
She
came
Reaper?
out.
We have the She Reaper? Oh boy. I'd let her reap me if you know what I mean.
Captain America, Unforgiven.
What?
I am disappointed by Unforgiven.
Huh.
Yeah.
I would read, you know why.
Oh boy. So we got, what else do we have here? Avengers Assemble Omega. What the fuck is that?
Avengers
It's
Assemble
Humans' most
Omega is.
anticipated book.
This is it. This is where Aaron's Avengers run ends. This is it. This is it.
Oh, okay. I might have to read
It is
that
the
then just
last
to.
book.
I might pick that up just so I can shit on it.
Yeah,
Because.
it's gonna be lengthy. It's gonna be a thick boy.
Oh boy. Warlock Rebirth. No idea what that is. We got a Captain Marvel number 48. By Thompson. Oh, we'll have to see how that
Yeah.
goes. Two more Star Wars books I'm not too interested in.
And then there was this week's releases. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Need to get caught up a bit.
Some of them are this week's releases. Like Guardians just came out, Captain America: Cold War just came out. We're gonna shoot for next week. Let's see what's going on next week.
Oh, I know what's
Right.
coming out next week. I believe. Let's see here.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff is gonna be the same, but
Yeah, most of it's the same. Yeah, so here we are.
yeah. So this is for this week. So nothing too crazy is coming out this week.
Yeah. Nothing crazy's coming out next week. Let's shoot for April 23rd. Let's see how far we can go.
Yeah.
Let's
The
take it.
Wasp
Let's
comes
take
out
it.
on the 23rd
How
to
far we
the
can go
20.
without
All
running out?
right. Yes.
Oh.
Wait, what?
Whoa! This looks good.
Oh yeah. There's a bunch of good stuff here. Yeah.
Yeah. So on the end of April, we got Captain America, Daredevil, Wasp, Black Cat. They've been really lazy about promoting the Wasp book.
They have.
Iron
I brought it
Man.
up multiple times.
They have been.
Strange Academy
Yeah.
Finals. Ooh, need to
Yeah.
read that.
Doctor
Uh,
Strange.
Yeah, Avengers Beyond number 2, which we have Janet in it. I'm interested in that one.
Clobberin' Time, which I need
The
to
Clobberin' Time.
Yeah.
Avengers Beyond. Hype. Sins of Sinister. I'm gonna probably really want to. Oh, I'm gonna read Alien. I really want this like 20th Century Studios to work because I want Marvel to delve into stuff like. I mean, they do delve into stuff like other than cape shit, but like like Star Wars, case in point. But
Yeah.
I really want stuff like Alien and Predator to work.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
It looks like we get Cold War Part 2 as well.
Yeah, and I think let's go to. Let's hit it. Let's hit it. Let's hit it.
Let's hit September. Whatever.
It's not gonna go that far. You're gonna get stuff like it's just gonna be like, yeah, you're gonna get
Yeah,
this.
so they have Avengers War Across Time, issue 5. This is it. Fuck. In May. And then we were going to probably get Avengers issue 1 here. We got Edge of Spider-Verse. Stop with the Spider-Verse.
Exactly.
Jeez.
It needs to end. The Spider-Verse needs to end. So tired of it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. And I think here is where we can end the show. Thank you guys for joining us. It's been greatly appreciated. You guys have a good one.
Yep.
Thanks.
See you
See
later.
ya, guys.